Yo, what's the deal? We back again with another PNL Friday, recapping a week and how it went. So this week started out fairly well for me, and then it just went down the drainer. I blew another account. And I think this is the seventh or eighth time. And how I blew the account is like low key kind of like a rookie mistake. Kind of my fault and kind of not my fault. I should have been paying more attention when taking the trade. But let's hop into it so I can explain better of what happened. So total PNL negative 1400, as you see. We down bad. Average winning trade 43%. I'm never really worried about the average winning trade because I feel like realistically you can be profitable and not have a really good trade win rate. And ultimately, I just think trade win rates is like, it's just a bragging little metric you can say, like, hey, bro, I got like a 70% win rate. Do you got that? Huh, I didn't think so. So I just think it's a bragging method, and, who cares? Who cares? Are you making money is all that matters. So the most active day, Wednesday. Most profitable day, Wednesday. So Wednesday, I got a little greedy and I pretty much over traded more than I should have. I should have just walked away, but I wanted more out of the market. And typically how it goes is if you want more out of a market, you most likely aren't going to get more unless you're lucky. So you got to keep your edge in mind so the market don't have that over you. And most of the time, the market has edge over a lot of people who over trades and try to revenge trade. That's a big no-no. So total number of trades of the week, 203. 466 lots traded. Okay, this is in total, okay? So average winning trade, this was recently 65, and then average losing 64. So kind of break even. Trade direction, more buys this week. All right, best trade, 386. Now, as we can see, this slope here, doing pretty good. And then we took that dump. This is the worst trade. This was long NQ. This was 326. Oh boy. All right, so coming into this week, like I said last week, my focus for this week was to take 3 to 5 trades a day. Kind of broke that rule, and I started to change my strategy, and I started scalping. For what reason, I absolutely don't know, but that's just what I did. And the Tuesday is the day where I started off negative, right? Then I went to Greenland and I got the money on. But here's the thing. The next day, I kind of went into the negatives a little bit. It wasn't nothing too major. I was up the previous day, and then I got in Greenland this day. However, this is the day, like I said, started to overtrade, trying to get more, hoping that I could 5x how much I made that day, and essentially went from 336 of the day. What was it, 336? Yeah, 337, and then ended up in the negative. Then I got above water again, 19, and then I went down, and it just got worse from there. So that's not the most proudest moment that I took, but hey man, it is what it is. Live and you learn. And this Thursday, oh boy, this Thursday is where I blew the account. So how did I blow the account? So essentially there is chart linkage where you pretty much have these colored coordinates that you put to each widget of the chart. And when you have them on the same color, they essentially work together as one. If you don't have it on the same color, for example, I got my chart, the color red, and over here where I take my trades to submit the sales or buys, I got that like blue. They're not gonna work in sync. They work in sync if they're the same color. And for some reason lately my charts have been resetting and I don't understand it. I don't understand why my charts have been resetting. And basically I was taking micros. I ended up taking minis. I took 2 minis, which essentially blew my account. So let's go over it. So as you can see, just all through the day, just red, just bleeding nonstop. So if we look here, we have a NQ. This is where the blow up happened. As you can see, I took micros pretty much the whole day. None but micros. I also have ES. This was another slip up, right? So starting here, off the top, I started off in the negatives. You know, got some get back, 63, negative, positive. And this is when the first chart started messing up on me. I believe I was looking at ES, micro ES, and then for some reason, when I looked at NQ on the chart, it changed over to my ticker, and it turned out to be ES. So when I took that trade and I didn't see my points on the map where it pretty much shows you where you took the trade, when I didn't see my stop loss and my take profit, I was like, yeah, this isn't definitely on this stock. So basically what I did is I pretty much had to dig through to see which one it was, and I looked over the ticker. It was like ES. And yeah, that wasn't the worst solely because it was one mini. Now, the worst is, mind you, I'm over here trading 15 lots just to get out of the negative over trading. Don't do that. Don't be like me. So the other instance of this NQ, me thinking I was taking a micro NQ turned out to be a mini, and I took 5 minis. And when I tell you, I literally blink for a millisecond, bro, I was down like -5, 6, 8,000. I think I was down like probably like 1,800, bro. I was down 1,800 initially. And man, I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. And then I was hoping, I was like, bro, I really hope this goes back up, but I can't afford to hold on to this, because if I hold on to this, then I am going to essentially blow the account, because I have nowhere near the drawdown or cushion to be taking a mini on top of 5 minis. Now, why am I showing y'all this, right? This is to give you a realistic perspective in terms of what actually happens in day trading. I feel like there's a lot of videos out there that shows you the success and the wins and the potential money. So it's like you can definitely make a lot of money, but you also lose a lot of money fast. And if you aren't the type to want to lose and you like to play it safe, trading definitely isn't going to be for you. Just being completely honest, because you're going to end up losing way more than win. And then once you become consistent with your wins, then you're going to win a lot. And I think I'm not really tripping over this, because I proved to myself within the first month, because I believe I'm now going into the second month of day trading. But the first month, I was able to prove to myself that I'm able to be a profitable trader. So I ain't tripping off that because I can obviously make money if I stick to my rules and stop doing the habits that I'm doing, and also not make rookie mistakes, you know? So just being very attentive to things and paying attention to what I got going on. So going into the next week, what I am going to be focusing on is lowering that count once again. I'm not going to scalp. I'm going to be taking, okay, I'm going to say 5 to 10 trades. 5 to 10 trades is going to be my max for the day. So 5 to 10 trades, no over trading, no over leveraging, obviously. Paying attention to the charts so I don't make that rookie mistake again. We don't need that happening ever again. That'll wrap it up for this week's recap, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next video.